One thing I see time and time again stop most people from getting lean is that they simply tolerate their current condition. When it comes to their physical appearance, they may have a goal of losing 20 pounds because they know it's going to make them feel better, perform better, boost their confidence. Yet when they face a temptation, they find it a lot easier to cave into that temptation when they look around and they see that 75% of the people around them are either overweight or obese. So they look at themselves and they think, you know what, I guess 20 pounds of extra fat isn't all that bad. Why not live a little and just enjoy this food right now? Even though no, it's not going to serve them best and bring them closer to achieving their goal. This reminds me a lot of a great quote from Jiddu Krishnamurti, mentions that it's no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. So if we're trying to base our actions on the norm out there, we are in big trouble. Even when it comes to like feeling tired, it just blows me away how many people just accept that it's normal to feel tired all the time. After all, you talk to the people around you, it seems like everyone is exhausted out there, and it doesn't have to be that way. It also blows me away how many people kind of get well adjusted and tolerate feeling full and bloated all the time. They just forget what it's like to kind of feel light inside internally there. So the first step to break free from that trap is to become aware of the standards you want to hold for yourself. It's got very little to do with how you look and a whole lot more to do with how you feel. For myself personally, my standards are to be able to give the best of myself to all I'm doing throughout the day, and to actually give the best of myself to all I'm doing throughout the day, which is why I got the symbol Arte tattooed on my arm as a daily reminder, which stands for expressing the best version of yourself from moment to moment to moment. Basically, my standards are to live my life to the fullest. Now, the step number 2 is to make sure that your daily actions are congruent with those standards. So again, for myself personally, I know that if I want to have my most energy, focus, clarity, productivity, greatest performance in all that I'm doing throughout the day with an elevated mood and positive mindset as I'm going through the day, the best thing I can do is get a quality night's sleep each and every night. So I know if I catch myself scrolling through social media on my phone when I really should be in bed, I gotta put that away and do what's going to serve me best, not only in that moment, but in the day to come. So I really make sure that sleep is a non-negotiable for me because I know the impact it's gonna have on all I'm doing throughout the day. When it comes to my weight training sessions, how am I able to give the best of myself to those training sessions? Again, it's gonna begin with sleep the night before because it's gonna help me give my greatest focus and attention to that training session. But again, trying to avoid distractions while I'm working out, trying to give the best of myself to every single set that I'm performing. Now, for myself personally, I love to train to true momentary muscular failure with each and every set. There's just something about it just unleashes the greatest of me. I can't do less than that. I just don't feel, it doesn't feel congruent, again, with my standards. If I'm in the gym, I want to give it everything I got. I want to leave it all there on the gym floor. So there's a lot of sets where I will finish with either a slow negative or a partial rep. I'm just trying to make that most out of that training session. And a lot of times it means my workouts are very time efficient because when you're giving your absolute best effort, you can't perform as many sets. Otherwise, you're just going to run yourself on the ground. Basically, you just don't have the energy to give anything to the rest, to any longer training session than what you got there. So usually my training sessions end up being about 45 to 60 minutes. I get in and out, and I gave that training session everything I got. It's very similar when it comes to my yoga practice. I really love how the yoga instructors, there's usually segments within some of the practice that we have where it calls for a vinyasa, which is usually get to a plank, then chaturanga, up to an upward dog, then downward dog. And some of the instructors encourage you, all right, you can roll with that if that's something you want to continue to work on. But if you want to challenge yourself, maybe do a handstand or a headstand. And if they're looking around the room and no one's kind of embracing that challenge, like, guys, like, use this as an opportunity. Like, don't worry if you fall, or don't think that anyone else is judging you. They're all focused on themselves, their own self-growth, their own self-improvement. So again, there's that comparison game. Like, don't follow the norm. Take advantage of that opportunity to express the best version of yourself, and knowing that part of expressing the best version of yourself doesn't mean you're going to be nailing that activity perfectly. It's practice. It's like, all right, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to learn from that experience. I get to try it again, learn from that experience, try it again, always perfecting the skills. It's never going to be perfect. It's the art of perfecting the skill. It's always going to, always room for improvement there. So I really love that they encourage us to embrace that challenge, take advantage of that opportunity. Judgment-free zone, focus on yourself, do what's in your best interest. And again, just with all activities I'm doing throughout the day, I want to do stuff that allows me to live my life to the fullest. That brings great joy to my life. That makes me feel fantastic, doesn't beat me down, nothing I'm dreading doing. And just really, again, doing what's in my best interest. When it comes to like hockey and everything, I'm kind of known as an Iron Man out there. So if we have a short bench, I'm going to be the guy that's going to be double shifting because my teammates know I can handle that extra load. I've got the endurance, but that's still something that I want to improve upon and build upon. So like part of my standard is I've got to incorporate conditioning work and cardio into my overall active lifestyle to make sure I can maintain that standard over the long term. When it comes to my nutrition, like making sure that I am fueling my body with the nutrients it needs to perform my best, in all I'm doing through the day. So we're talking micronutrients, making sure I'm not low on any kind of macronutrients. So I'm getting an adequate amount of all of those and just providing me with fuel that not only fuels my performance, but just makes me feel good inside, like energized and everything. Being aware of the foods that kind of make me feel a little bit sluggish and slow me down, and even just taking advantage of opportunities like if a friend invites me out for lunch or dinner to like embrace those opportunities because I've learned to eat to that point of satisfaction. Like my standard is to never feel over full again. I've done that in the past. I never want to feel that way again. Just going to bed with feeling full and bloated and having acid reflux. And it's amazing how that even became kind of I tolerated that. Like going to my doctor, I've got acid reflux at nighttime. All right, here's a prescription for Nexium or whatever there. Like, it's a Band-Aid patch on something, and just to make you tolerate where you are, when really the solution was losing 50 pounds of fat, which stopped the heartburn, and I didn't need any kind of medication to get rid of the acid reflux. Just stop the acid reflux to begin with and do what's in my best interest there. So forget where I'm going. I lost my little train of thought there, but yeah, so doing what's in my best interest when it comes to quality nutrition. Like people invite me out to lunch and dinners. I'm like, I can do that because I know I'm not going to overeat. I'm going to enjoy the company I'm with. I'm going to savor every bite. I'm going to chew my food slowly. Just really enjoy that overall experience, and knowing that if I eat beyond that point of satisfaction, not only does it not bring any more joy to the experience, actually takes away from that experience. So lots of lessons when it comes to nutrition and what's going to allow me to, again, express the best version of myself from moment to moment to moment, be able to give the best of myself to each moment. And again, I'd feel awful to turn down a great opportunity to hang out with my friends just because I will be tempted with all this delicious food around. I'm going to enjoy that food. I'm going to enjoy it responsibly, and I'm going to savor that moment, because to me, that's living life to the fullest. It's not about being perfect with my nutrition all the time. I don't know what the hell perfect nutrition looks like, but most of the time I am consuming whole, natural, quality, nutrient-rich foods. But I always embrace those opportunities to enjoy a lot of my favorite treats. So it's been a growing process. This isn't about being perfect. I have that standard for myself to give the best of myself to each and every moment, to express the best version of myself from each and every moment. And sometimes I will eat a little more than I want. I maybe not be over full, but I eat something, I'm like, I really didn't enjoy that. I don't even know why the hell I ate that food. It didn't really taste that good to begin with. I'm better off, instead of having that bag of M&M, just going to a bakery and getting something like homemade, fresh, like with even better, like more natural ingredients in it. It just has so much more flavor. It really makes my taste buds dance there. So it's a learning experience. So there's never, I guess that's another part of my standard, is that whenever I do slip up, if you want to call it that, I don't beat myself up. I don't feel guilty. I learn from that experience. I grow from that experience. So I know I'm going to be improving the next time I'm faced with that situation. So really, this is what it's all about, like having standards for yourself. Like, don't tolerate your current condition, your current lifestyle if it's not serving you best, if it's not really living up to your standards. And don't be afraid to elevate your standards. Like, really, we should all want to live our lives to the fullest, not waste a single second here. Like, it could be taken away from us at any moment. You don't want to be on your deathbed or going up, your spirit leaving your body or whatever, and think to yourself, damn it, like, why didn't I take advantage of this opportunity to move my body more and to feel energized when I was just kind of lounging around doing nothing and really not experiencing life to the fullest. So really encouraging you to be aware of your standards, not be afraid to elevate your standards, and make sure that your daily actions, everything you're doing through the day, is congruent with those standards. So always asking yourself, everything we're doing through the day is a choice. So this decision I'm making right now, is it serving me best? Is it actually going to allow me to express the best version of myself right now and to be able to give the best of myself to this very moment and for the long term as well. So I hope you enjoyed the messaging of today's video. If you did, please do me a huge favor and smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. But more than anything, as always, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback, and your personal experiences. I would love to hear what your standards are and if this message resonated with you. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.